Hey, Ronnie here from four-wheeling in Western Australia. Many questions I get asked a lot about my camp. So I thought rather than trying to go through, small bits of it, let's just go through the whole lot. And if you want more detail on certain aspects of the camp, maybe I'll do another video for you there. So let's go. Here we are. Let's start with my sleeping quarters. I consider the awning part of sleeping quarters, shelter. It's going to rain tonight, probably. Well, forecast for 11 p.m. So I've got the awning out. I'm going to keep my swag dry. This is my Darche swag. Quite cozy, quite large. Clothing bag usually goes in it. Ground sheet. This is not the best ground sheet, but I might upgrade to one of those helicopter mats where everything just goes through it. If you Google that, you'll know what I'm talking about. So moving over here, I have my Fiskars Axe, and normally we use this for chopping wood, obviously, but being out here, we haven't brought any firewood. We're living off the land. Murchison House, that's where we are, not far from Kalbarri in Western Australia. Now I always put my axe here on my guideline, not so serial killers can pick it up and knock me off, but so I don't trip over this guideline, because I trip over it all the time. Then we move on to the canopy. So this is where I get all my light. It's not very dark at the moment, but I think you can get the idea. That's where I get all my light, all my food, beverages. I'm running pretty low now. This is the last night we're here. Got my main food containers, and just sort of categorize what's in them. Bug spray, sunscreen, all the important stuff. A lot of other stuff in there that I don't really need to cover, except for the fire extinguisher. Shovel for toilet duties and for fire duties. Then on to cooking. Now I'm borrowing my dad's, or Brian in the Jeep, I'm borrowing his Gladiator Series Coleman Fyreknight. I've done a review on it. That's somewhere in the description below. But normally I'll use my Weber Q, which is on the screen right now. Absolutely love that thing. I love my roast, that's why I use it. But when I don't have the Weber Q, I have this little box here, which contains a complete cooker in here, which will be on your screen right now, that runs off a propane bottle. That I mainly use for cooking noodles and boiling water for coffee. Speaking of eating, back over here, here's my coffee mug. It hangs here always. Knife and fork, or spork in that case. One of my favorite eating kits I've ever had, and it hangs right here. It's easy to get to. For a knife though, nothing beats a sharp knife. Now I've had this knife since I've been in the Scouts, and this is a Danicel knife. It's a Scandinavian made knife, bloody sharp and bloody great. This isn't the original sheath, I've lost it, but this knife has been with me for a very long time. I love it. Torches, I've got this Coleman 700 Lumens torch. It doesn't change the pencil beam or anything, it's not like that, but it gives you 700 lumens, really good beam. And then I have my waterproof IP68, I believe this is, so it's very waterproof, dunk it in water, it still works. This is a headlamp, sits on your head. And I've got my lantern, Ryobi Lantern. All right, let's move on over here. How you going, lads?
Ronnie, good.
Fire pit. We're using this today because you can see all the leaves around. We want to be under these trees to get a bit of shelter. I've done a review on this as well. It may or may not be up before this video. And my chair, my trusty old chair. This is a chair that folds up flat. And I used to have chairs like these gentlemen here have, Dave and Torben. But the reason why I stopped going for those chairs is I ended up breaking mine because they wouldn't close on me because of all the fine sand and dust. But it's probably just operational use really. All you got to do is spray with a bit of WD-40, so there's a tip for you. Welding gloves, one of the best things you can bring to a camp when you've got campfires, because you can collect firewood without getting your hands dirty, and more importantly, you can move logs around with your gloves on. I think that's pretty much my camp setup. Have I covered everything?
Everything but a cold beverage.
Look a bit dry, so here's a beer, mate.
Thanks, mate. Oh, mouth was going dry too. Cheers, though. All right, well, that's pretty much it. If you got any questions, sorry about that. If you got any questions, put them in the comments below. Love to hear from you. And if you want any more detail on any of these things I covered, put them down there as well. And thanks for watching. See you in another video. See ya.